morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. It should be Monday watching this video. I'm so pumped up. I'm so psyched. I had a great weekend. Really can't wait to start in with Apex. Hopefully you guys heard about Apex in the last 72 hours or so. Somebody from Calvert County Public Schools hopefully let you know that we're going to this new program called Apex. And I'm going to take a few minutes today to describe how Apex is going to work in our Honors Algebra 2 class. First of all, I want to let you know what Apex is. Apex is it's an awesome program. And you know what this awesome program is going to be used for? It's going to be used to educate PACs. It's an awesome program to educate PACs. Very psyched about it. Now, in our weekly or our daily folder that I put in Schoology, I put a pretty long update or a pretty long overview of what we're supposed to be doing today, okay? First thing, I'm going to tell you we're starting right in on Unit 9 in Apex, and you'll see that. And when you get into Schoology, you have to navigate to Apex, and it's pretty clear, pretty easy to get to. But you're going to get to our class, Algebra 2. It's either going to be called Honors Algebra 2 or Algebra 2. I'm not sure what Apex is calling it. But you're going to go into Unit 9, which is about exponential and logarithmic functions. First section is 9.1, and lesson 9.1 is about geometric sequences. It's going to be all new material for you. You've never seen this material before, as far as I know. You're going to like it, I think. Now, they have 4 different activities that we're going to be talking about. There's something called a study guide, a quiz, and a checkup. The study, that's the lesson. That's the long part. That's the meat of the whole thing, of the whole activity is the study. It'll take you about 25 minutes to go through the study. It'll be about 20 pages long. There'll be videos, there's audio piece, and that's one thing I want to recommend. When I was going through the study, I would always click the audio button so that instead of just reading it, I had them reading it to me and I was reading it. It made a little more sense that way. Then there's also going to be, within the study, there's going to be some boxes that you look into, and then there'll be like little click buttons in there to click and move your way through the content. So the study is mandatory. You have to do the study, and that's not in this lesson. It's 9.1.1. Now there's something called a study guide also, and the study guide is optional, and it's linked out of the study. There's a little link, you can click on it, and it's about a 4 or 5 page PDF document. And if you want, you can print that document out and write the answers on that paper. Or if you want, I also put the document as a Word file in our folder for today. If you want, you can open that and type your answers right on that. Or you can write your answers on your own paper. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Whichever way you want to do it. Either way, it's up to you, and it's totally optional. I'm not even going to collect it. But I'm going to talk more about that in a few minutes. After you are done with the study guide or the study, if you want to do the study guide, you'll see a discussion prompt in our weekly folder that says, oh, Mr. Wilding, I've got a question. And so you put all your questions about the content right in there. Just type in your question into the discussion, and I'll answer your question as best I can and as quickly as I can. On Wednesday, we're going to have a quiz. And the quiz is going to cover, obviously, the content in the lesson. It's going to be an Apex quiz. It's going to be multiple choice. You have to get a 60 or better on that quiz in order for me to count it as completing the assignment. If you don't get a 60 or better, then that study guide I talked about a minute ago that was optional becomes mandatory. Okay? That you have to then submit that study guide to me in order for me to allow you to take the quiz again. Let me repeat that. If you don't get a 60 or better on the quiz, you got to do the study guide, submit it to me, just like you submitted other things. I'll put a little assignment in the Wednesday's envelope, Wednesday's folder. You submit that. Once you've submitted that, completed, I'll open the quiz up again for you to take it and get better than a 60. Now, the second time you take the quiz, you will have done the study guide, so you're probably more prepared for the quiz. But also, I'll give you some bonus points for doing that study guide. Lastly, there's something else called a checkup. And the checkup is practice problems that you're absolutely encouraged to do. prior to the quiz on Wednesday. I'm not going to collect the checkup. That's up to you, totally up to you. If you want to do it, work it out on your own paper. Totally fine. It's 9.1.2 on the Apex. Totally fine. Do that on your own. I will, however, on Wednesday, I will post the solutions. And so it would be smart to look at the solutions, review all that, go over those problems again before taking the quiz Wednesday. Because remember, you have to get a 60 or better on the quiz in order to not have to do the study guide and submit it. All right. That's about all I had to tell you guys about Apex. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. I really miss seeing you guys every day. Hopefully we'll get through this and we can be back in the school building by the end of this year, and if not then by next fall. Bye.